crispy and juicy and oh, screw it. This is going to be my last episode on School of Wok. So just watch this video. It's great fun. It's fried chicken and it's karaage don. Welcome back to another episode of Wok Wednesdays, folks. It's Cher here at School of Wok, and yes, as the title says, it is correct. It is going to be my last episode for the time being. So karaage don, we're gonna get on with it. Super easy. We're just going to, first of all, just very, very gently poach an egg to go as a topping. It's going to be done as a kind of like an onsen tamago kind of a thing here. So I've got a pot of boiling water, just going to bring it up to the boil, and then super easy, turn it off the heat, just take it off the heat, and I'm just going to very, very gently and carefully lower my egg in here, literally just going to poach it almost like an onsen. So this is your onsen, this is your hot spring basically, and then your tamago, which is your egg, goes in. And we're just going to poach this very, very gently for about sort of 6 to 7 minutes or something like that. In the meantime, I've got nice white cabbage here. Don't need loads, to be honest. It really is just there to give a nice kind of very fresh and very clean kind of taste to the dish. But you do want it very finely shredded, so that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm just going to place this away and just kind of keep it to the side for now, and then I'm just going to work on the chicken. So with the chicken, we are going to just make a really simple marinade. All you need, some garlic, some ginger, and a good old trusty grater or zester. We're just going to pass it through and to make it nice and sort of pureed down. You don't want it too rough or too chopped because we are going to use this to kind of combine it with the chicken. There you go, much better. It's much better when you use the School of Wok microplane. Now, how thick or how chunky you go with the chicken is entirely up to you, obviously. I would just say you need to also think ahead of like, you know, when you are cutting it. Just make sure that you don't have it too big nor too small. The idea being that once we coat it in that potato starch, that is going to just make the chicken pieces a little bit bigger. So just, you know, something worth thinking about, but, you know, like I said, entirely up to you how you want to do it. So get all this chicken cut up into big chunks. We are then going to go in with all of that ginger and garlic. So those go in. And then for the marinating, it's so easy. You just have a little bit of mirin. So that's just sweetened hon mirin. And a little bit of sake. So Japanese sake, you can use Japanese cooking sake. You can use some rice wine, some clear rice wine, and then just a little bit of soy sauce. Okay, we're just going to go in there, give it a really good rub, and a really good squeeze, and a really good massage. Get that all into the chicken itself. And then all we're going to do next is we are going to crack one egg in there as well. And then just give it a really good mix and leave it to rest maybe for a good sort of 10 minutes or so. Could leave it for a couple of hours if you wanted to in the fridge, but we will come back to this in a bit. Just coming back to my egg now, it's had about 7 minutes or so. So all I do, I just kind of take it out, fish it out of the little hot spring, and then just onto anything. And I'll just let it cool down, chill out, do its thing. You don't need to put it in cold water if you don't want to, but essentially that is your very soft poached egg. So I've got my oil heating up in a deep-sided wok, which is probably one of the best things to use for deep frying because it's just a little bit safer. I want to heat it up to 180 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to use my probe thermometer just to make my life a little bit easier and see what number we're at. Yep, we're good. 180 Celsius. That's going to be about 350 Fahrenheit. Have my chicken here. Have a plate or a tray of my potato starch. Potato starch just really helps with kind of giving a much or getting a much crispier result. We're just going to kind of just kind of dredge dredge is what you want, people, okay? Cornflour or potato starch will work absolutely fine for this. Just want to make sure every single bit of that chicken is well coated in that starch. So my oil is hot enough. I'm just gonna go in now with my well-dredged pieces of chicken. Off we go. Now the chicken's had a couple of minutes, so I'm just gonna very, very gently check what's happening in there. Obviously everything is submerged in oil, so I can't really see. Very, very gently just kind of moving them around and just kind of having a look. Okay, so the skins or the outside of the chicken is still kind of forming and still a bit soft. So I'm just gonna leave them in there for a little bit longer. All right, just gonna check back now. So if we can have a look here. So can you see the color of that chicken? It's light golden brown and I'm fairly confident it's had about sort of 6 minutes or so. So the chicken probably is all completely cooked through or just about. I'm just going to take this chicken out. Super important though, for me, I quite like my chicken super crispy. So I take them out and then I let that oil come up to temperature again because we are then going to do a double fry, okay? You want fried chicken crispy, you need to do a double fry. At least a double fry. I know some chefs who do like a triple fry. I ain't got time for that because life's too short, but at least a double fry would really kind of enhance your fried chicken experience, is all I'm gonna say, okay? It's worth noting with the second fry generally takes quite a lot shorter, okay? So you only get it in there for about a minute or so because the chicken's already done anyway. So you're looking to really just kind of use that really hot oil to crisp up the outside of your chicken. And that's it. We're just gonna leave it to drain for a bit and then we can assemble the karaage. Once your chicken is done, it's time to assemble. It's all about just putting it all together, okay? So I've got some rice here, so some sticky rice which has been cooked already. So nice and soft. You want soft, fluffy rice, okay? We are creating a rice bowl essentially. That's what a don is all about, okay? So cabbage however you like. You could obviously use other things. You don't fancy raw cabbage, you can use, you know, carrots, a bit of kale, etc. Okay, and then obviously the fried chicken. Am I gonna put all of this on here? I don't know. Try. We can try. We could try. We could try. We could very well try, couldn't we, Lee? Let's get every single piece of chicken on here. I think we could very well do it. Like a mountain of chicken. Like who doesn't like a mountain of chicken? Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you don't even see no cabbage anymore. It's literally just chicken. With the egg, I just like to maybe make a little bit of a well if you can amidst the mountain of chicken. So let's go. So we crack the egg very gently and then all you do is you simply just open it up with your two thumbs and you just let that egg fall over and on whatever it is that you are cooking. And it's literally just, if you look heavily, it's just kind of like really barely set whites in the middle, on the sides, and then you have the really very soft, runny yolk in the middle. Some spring onions, just to, again, just break up the color a little bit, okay? Can't do Japanese without this little baby here. It literally is a baby. Okay, so Kewpie mayonnaise is like super yummy. Okay, so let's see how we go with that. Whoa! Now we're talking, baby. And then some shichimi, just to make it nice and pretty and a little bit of heat, a little bit of spice. Because spice is life, baby. Karaage, big portion. So time for me to do what I usually do at this time in the video, which is to sort of taste the food. But I just think this looks great. Nice choice, Lee and Chris. Thank you so much for deciding that we should do chicken this time around. Let's see how we go. I mean, you really could not go wrong with, this, especially with the egg in the middle. I mean, look at that jiggliness, it's just tremendous, okay? thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been lovely spending the last sort of 3 years or so making videos with you and for you. I am going away to Asia, so who knows? It may be that we might bump into each other in Asia or somewhere around on YouTube. I don't know, maybe I'll start a mukbang channel. Who knows? I've been talking to Chris about it for the last 3 years, about mukbangs. Maybe start travel channel, who knows? Maybe do more cookery videos. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a little short break from School of Wok. Don't know if I'll be back, but yeah, we might catch each other in Asia or come hunt me down, folks.